What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Criterion Sundays. I know that it's Monday, but I've been really busy the past few days, so here is the video today. And today we're going to be talking about La Haine. Okay, so La Haine is one of my all-time favorite films. It's a French film, and the title translates to The Hate in English. The film is directed by Matthew Kassovitz, and it is Spine 381 in the Criterion collection. I saw this film at the beginning of quarantine, and I saw it on Letterboxd. I saw that it was extremely highly rated, but I had never heard of it before, so I decided I had to check it out because it was very highly rated, and I'm a big fan of Vincent Cassel, who's the main character, and I saw it and I loved it. It was instantly a 10 out of 10 for me, and I knew that it was going to really changed the way that I look at films. And so it currently sits in my top 25. It is my favorite French film that I have seen. I think that it's excellent in absolutely every single way. And I'm going to start with the director. Matthew Kassovitz, the director, is kind of seen as a one-hit wonder in the world of directing, which is really too bad because he started from such a high point. The only other memorable films that I can think of that he's made are Gothica with Robert Downey Jr. and Halle Berry, and Babylon AD with Vin Diesel, and both of those are fairly low rated. So those aren't films that I've really wanted to check out, but I probably will at some point out of respect for him. But this film is kind of like art school in a box, just because there's so many different ways that the film is filmed. There's so many different shot ideas. Every scene kind of is shot differently. It'll go from a long take to a super fast-paced take. There's a lot of great editing choices, and really just from a directing standpoint, I think it's excellent. Moving on to the actors, I think, sorry, I have to look it up here. Vincent Cassel is obviously excellent. Hubert Condy is really excellent too, and so is Saïd Taghmaoui. Really hard to say. But the film follows a Jew, an African, and an Arab, and they give human faces to France's immigrant populations, and the film is about police brutality and protests and those who are suppressed in France. And I think it's an extremely relevant film. There's things going on all around the world, especially in America right now, that are very similar to this. And the film is 25 years old now, so it's really sad to see how relevant it is, and nothing has ever really changed. I think on a script standpoint, it's excellent. I really love the events that occur in the film and how they are played out. The film takes place over 24 hours, and the use of time is really good. There's constantly a ticking clock that shows the time of the day that lets you know what's going on. I think the film has really excellent messages. I think that it has a lot to say. I also want to talk about the soundtrack. I think the soundtrack is excellent. I listen to it all the time. It'll go from a Beastie Boys song to a NWA song to French music, and it's very diverse, but it also really it sets the tone very well, because it'll go from classical French music to something like Fuck the Police. So I think the soundtrack is really excellent, and I love listening to it all the time. What Criterion did with the release is super cool. I'm a big fan of the cover. I think it's really nice. The characters' faces are being blocked out by the letters. Love this photo on the back. Criterion doesn't usually put photos on the back, so that's pretty rare. And opening it up, you see that. And you take out the booklet, really excellent booklet with some really nice essays, but you take out the booklet and you take out the disc, and you'll see my favorite shot of the film, Vince holding the gun, because one of the plot elements is that Vince's friend is in the hospital after a bout with the police, and he makes a vow that if his friend dies in the hospital, then he will go out and murder a cop. No spoilers here, but it does play into the plot. And I've been talking about Vincent Cassel, maybe too much, but I think that the other actors are also really excellent. So it's really a great character film, and I love all the characters that are featured in it. Criterion also decided to include some really great features. I think that the restored high-definition digital transfer, supervised by the director, looks really excellent. Really nice surround sound. The master audio soundtrack is really good. There's a nice documentary, 10 years of Haine, made in 2005, that kind of talks about the making of the film and how relevant it was back in 2005. I think something that I forgot to mention is the black and white cinematography, which looks excellent. I don't think that the film would have as much of an effect if it were filmed in standard color. There's lots of great uses of shadows and lighting. The editing really complements the way that it looks. Look, overall, I don't really know what else to say. It's one of my favorites. I've seen it 3 times during quarantine, and I'll probably watch it another 2 times this year just because of how in love with it I am right now. If it's one that you guys haven't checked out, the whole thing is on YouTube in great quality, so please watch it. It's not exactly for everyone, but if you want to watch a movie that'll really paint a picture about what's going on in the world today, it's one that I absolutely recommend. Such a fantastic movie. I have nothing negative to say about it. Perfect 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching my video. Once again, sorry for being late. I was dealing with some stuff, but now everything is good. And to make up for lost time, I might put out another video tomorrow actually for you guys. And I'll also have a Wednesday watches video on Wednesday. The recommendation is the Wallace and Gromit movie, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. So I've been putting a little bit of work into that, so it's not just my face the whole time. I wanted to practice my editing a little in that video, so I hope you guys enjoy that one too. For tomorrow's video, I haven't really decided what I'm going to do. I might do The Great Escape, which was originally what I was going to do in this video, or I might do Fantastic Mr. Fox. So leave a comment for which one sounds more interesting. I think I know what you guys are going to pick. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.